Good morning, hello, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 5th of December. Gosh, we're getting so close to Christmas, guys. Now, if you are new here, please subscribe, hit the like buttons, guys, and please comment. We know that YouTube does take my comments away sometimes, so sorry if I miss them. I feel really bad about it, but I don't see them because they take them before I even get them. I know you guys complain about them being taken down all the time, and I think we know now with the Elon Musk Twitter Hunter Biden laptop event that I'm sure most of you know about now. We know that this is all control. We know that's proof that they control these platforms. We always knew it anyway, but that just confirms it. So anything to do with anything that they choose pretty much gets taken down. So I'll just close my eyes, we'll get started, and we'll see what comes up. Gosh, I'm getting, this is for the public. They're and probably around these issues, but I'm getting that feeling of betrayal, being lied to by their government. They know these aren't conspiracies. They're not conspiracies anymore. This is the great part about when these things happen, guys. They're not conspiracies because they try to always sweep things under the rug, see, and make out, oh, that's a conspiracy. None of that's true. That's all just to destroy our election campaign. See, they're very clever. So I am getting that sleepwalkers now realise that these conspiracies are coming true, that people have been lying to them. See, these things are great because they highlight to the sleepwalkers that it's possible, just possible, that the media and your governments and all that are lying to you, because this is highlighting it and putting the spotlight on Biden, Hunter Biden, and it's great because that means they're starting to think, the cogs are starting to turn in their thought processes, and that's what we want for the sleepwalkers. Let's see where else we go today. God, I'm getting London. I'm getting that the Royals are going to have this big collapse. There's just going to be this... there is. We all know it. It's all predictable, isn't it? There's going to be a big shit fight storm coming. God, imagine what the headlines of the papers will be after Harry drops his big bombshell docu-series or whatever it's called. This is going to get really bad. It's not going to be good. It's going to be ugly. And then I think it's even going to get worse because I feel like William and Kate are going to speak out too. Oh, God. This is going to be bad. That they even said that, I know they've sort of, they're the kind of people that would speak up about this too, to defend the royal honour and all that sort of thing. So I do feel like this is going to be quite ugly. It's shown me like a tug of war between William and Kate and Harry and Meghan. This back and forward, like pulling on a big rope, and they're pulling the energy in different directions. So you know what it almost is? It's almost like one's going to try and get there up on the rung of the ladder. They're trying to get above each other all the time. It's almost like really competitive. Maybe Harry and William were really competitive as little ones. I don't know. But this is going to go on. This is going to go on for a while. This is going to, there's going to be a lot of this toing and froing and backwards and he said and she said, but they said and we said. And people are going to love it. People are going to love it. This is going to be the new, like, clown show over there in England and all that. And you know, aren't they living in America now? I don't even know where Harry and that live. But there's going to be this big show going on. Yeah, and that's what it's saying. It's like this tug of war of, I guess you could say, popularity. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that this is going to get really bad. We know it's going to get really bad, but that's what it's showing me. And it's showing me, like, there's this, from Kate and William, there's that genuine hatred towards what they're doing, which we understand. Like, it's not great what Meghan and Harry are kind of doing. I mean, they chose, didn't they, to remove themselves from the royal life and move away so they could live a more simple and more basic life with their children. And here they are trying to get all the attention. You know, we know that Meghan's just can't get enough attention. She absolutely loves it. Both narcissists, clearly. So that's what I'm getting a little bit about the royals today, that the shitstorm is about to begin and it's going to go on. It's saying it's going to go on for like 8 months. Like, I'm getting this figure, 8 months. This is going to go on and on and on. And it's actually saying that the more mature party, which will be Kate and William, will completely cut ties and remove themselves from that narrative. They won't want to be involved or associated with it anymore. They'll completely disown them virtually is what I'm getting, which is really quite sad, but that's, I think, the way we know that's the way it's heading at the moment. Hang on a minute. Oh, Charles will just be disgusted. He'll be just disgusted. It's going to be bad, so be ready for that. Got more clown shows coming over there. Oh, this one's a bit of a change, so this is more of the soap opera. This is probably going to be more entertaining than the Reset clown show. So that's going to get pretty volatile. I think it's going to get quite bad. There's going to be a lot of dirty laundry coming out. Because I feel like Kate and William, as much as they have good etiquette and they're quite, you know, aware of their public persona, I still feel like they're going to come out with some harsh realities to knock old Meghan and Harry down a few rungs on their ladder that they're climbing. They're not going to be horrific things. Like, Kate's not going to lower herself to that bitchy standard, but they're going to highlight, let me see, hang on. Oh, they're going to highlight why there's always been these relationship struggles within that, like, royal family, like why they've all been struggling, and how she might even talk about Meghan's, like, mood swings and how it really affects people, like, and Kate might even highlight that, you know, when you've got issues like that, it's important. These are the reasons why it's important that you get help. So she'll focus, I think, on Meghan needs some help with her mental stability. So I believe that's what they're going to focus on. They're going to call out the mental state, which is not directly blaming her, but it's highlighting that that causes a lot of disharmony amongst other people. It's like, I guess what she's kind of saying is, you know, when, as we all know here, when you're around a really moody person, it can really bring you down. Or this is what they're going to highlight, the mood fluctuations in Meghan. Oh, lovely. This is going to get bad. Anyway, enough of the royals for one day. We've had enough of them already and it hasn't even started. All right, let's see where else we go today. Okay, I'm getting America. Hang on. Oh, we got it now. I'm getting a lot of unrest in America. A lot of fight back. I'm just getting this saying like there's a lot of clauses in people's contracts. And this could be around mandates and things too. I am getting the legalities again are rising up in America. Oh, and they're getting quite a stronghold now. The legal systems are really taking hold of this whole mandates, people losing their jobs, you know, because a lot of these mandates are still in a lot of these areas. So I am getting that for America, that people are really fighting back against those things now. Oh, they're showing me Biden, of course, and he's like, what are they kind of explaining to me? They're explaining to me he's hanging on to the edge of a cliff with his little fingers. So he's like on the edge of a cliff, just about to... They're showing me now the chalkboard fingers sliding down the chalkboard like... You know how that's the worst sound anyone could ever make, is the fingers on a chalkboard. I don't think they even have chalkboards in the schools anymore, do they? They have those white interactive... Oh, they're probably called smart boards, are they? I'm guessing. They probably know everything that goes on in the schools as well. Probably have a little hidden speaker in them. But that's what I'm getting for Biden. he's like teetering on the edge now. He's on the edge of that cliff, and I am seeing the sliding fingers, and like it's that resistance. See, he's gonna resist being, I think, ousted. Personally, that's what I'm getting. But he will put up resistance to that. Probably not him. He probably doesn't even know what's going on. This is all his minders and mentors and, you know, all the people who are really propping him up and running the show. But I am getting that he's now on the edge of a cliff. And it's a very big drop. If he does fall, which is a high probability, it's a big fall from grace, isn't it? If that happens. Let's see where else to go. Fingers that actually kind of does happen, because I think he needs to get out of there. He's not in a good fit state to be running a country with major like decisions to be made. How's this even continuing? Oh God. Some of those gaffes, have you been seeing some lately? Oh my goodness. He walked off with the microphone like it was an ice cream the other day. Oh, you do have to giggle, don't you? All right, let's see where else we go. God, it's even saying Americans can't understand what's happening. They just don't know how their life got to this point. Like, see, people are seeing through the lies and the garbage now. They're seeing that this might have all been a big, like, I'm getting the word coup and, like, takeover and false claims. Now that, because remember they really tried to come at Trump not long ago. They're always trying to take someone down, aren't they? Get the spotlight put on someone else. And notice how that's gone a bit quiet now, hasn't it? So this is what people are starting to wake up to. Hang on a minute. Well, but wasn't this, and now there's all this. So it's like, well, what was the real story? Well, we're being fed garbage. See, this is people waking up, starting to hear things, starting to work it out, starting to do the maths. Not you if you're watching my channel. You already know all this was garbage right from the start. But this is for the sleepwalkers in America. Let's see where else we go today. God, I'm getting New Zealand. I'm getting New Zealand's like making a comeback. This is the little people. They want to be heard. They're really wanting to be heard. They can't be stuffed. It's saying to me in New Zealand, so they can't be stuffed with just cinders, lovely policies, because they're not making sense. So people can't be stuffed. They're just like, you can see people in New Zealand just dismissing her stuff like, what? That's garbage. That's the kind of response she's getting now from sleepwalkers. Not just from us, we do that too, most of us, but she's getting it from the sleepwalkers, like, that's utter garbage and nonsense. And see, we know that she hit the farmers, and that was garbage and nonsense for cow burps and farts, taxing farmers. So I am getting now, a lot of people are just seeing this as absolute, the biggest joke. They are. That's the sleepwalkers. You know, they're piecing this together. They're piecing it together that Jacinda might be, yes, a rotten egg. That's what I'm getting. She's turning into a bit of a rotten egg, and she's a bit on the nose, and people are seeing that now. They are. So I do get that for New Zealand, that they're just like, oh, it's not even that they're, well, they've had protests. We know that you have. But they're like dismissing her. They're turning their back on Jacinda. People are dismissing her and turning their back on her because her policies, and as we know, her global reset rollout, red carpet, doesn't make any sense to them. So it's like they can't work out what she's even trying to implement. It's too confusing, so they'll just turn their back on her. So a lot of people, sleepwalkers in New Zealand, are turning their back on Jacinda, and that's a good thing, because that means they're starting to see through all the BS. So that's what I'm getting for New Zealand. Oh, and the whole big show with the Finland, is it Prime Minister and all that, the big power in numbers. See, this is where she tries to keep that power up, like she's on the global stage. She loves all this big show and charade. We call it a charade. To her, it's like reality, that she's up with all these elites. She loves the power and takes real pride in her country and all she's done for it. Well, this is how she thinks. I'm sure the people don't think that. So she's still building her strength. Like, we know she's got an ally with Australia, but obviously Finland now. So she's building her platform of success is what she's actually doing. But people are turning their back on her, which is good. All right. God, I'm getting this saying today that wealth is not power. Wealth is not power. And what the guides are saying is, this is in general for everybody. If these government elites and these people in charge, they might have their wealth, but it's not power. See, power is when you have the people behind you. This is what the guys are saying. It's the power of the people that have the ability to change things. So they can have all their wealth, but without the power and the people propping them up, they don't have that control and that power. That the money doesn't mean anything, because you got to remember, with these people and these psychopaths and everything that are running the show, they need the power, they need the control, they need the wealth, obviously, because that goes hand in hand, and greed. But without the power and control, they don't have the continued wealth. So I'm getting that that's not how this works. Wealth isn't power. Wealth and money doesn't bring you the power. The people bring you the power. It's that power to the people again. People do have that power. God, I'm getting a song. I always get a song on here by Midnight Oil, and it's called The Power and the Passion. I don't know if you guys know it overseas. You probably do, because Midnight Oil is quite well-known Aussie band. Let's go play that song. Here's a very, very political band, Midnight Oil. Peter Garrett, the one that dances like this, remember? I told you about him. And it's called The Power and the Passion. Fantastic song. Oh, the power and the passion. So basically, the people have the passion. I mean, the power. Oh, God. And we had that passion and that ability to fight back in the very beginning. Well, other people are finding that passion now to fight for their rights and their freedom, and making a stand against the cost of living and striking back against government. They're finally getting that passion ignited in them. This is a sleepwalker. It's not all, I know, it's a slow process, but I am getting that passion's coming to life, which gives the people the power. So that's a bit confusing, I know, but go listen to the song Power and the Passion. Always got good meaning in his songs, Peter Garrett and Midnight Oil. Let's see where else we go today. Oh, I'm getting Australia. They're showing me Australia trying to stamp out Elbow. I call him Elbow. That's Albanese, our Prime Minister, for anyone new. They're trying to stamp out Elbow. It's like they're trying to push him out. Oh, it's really weird. He thinks he's got it all sorted because he's a leader. He thinks he's safe and protected. So at the moment, they're trying to pretend that they're not liars. This is in Australia. And that he is going to give people a discount on their electrical costs and their bills. And because he did promise that pre-election. So people are really holding him accountable to that. I don't know how he's going to do this, but anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what he actually comes up with. So I feel like Elbow's getting an enormous amount of pressure on him to stay true to his word. And he can feel that pressure, because he feels like if he doesn't come through with what he promised, then he could be ousted. We've lost a few parliamentary leaders here. Was it Kevin Rudd, Julia Gillard? We've had a lot of people that have just been like voted out by their own government parties. So it's not like that couldn't happen. So he's sort of, I'm getting that Elbow's walking on thin ice at the moment. He's got to start to, it's saying give the illusion, but he's got to pretend that he is, what's the word? That he's unfolding his agenda that he originally spoke about pre-election. Because we know the agenda is actually rolling out, rather, and it ain't the one pre-election. So he's got to try and get the balance right now, because he feels like he's skating on thin ice, which he is. Wouldn't it be good if the reset leader got ousted out in Australia? I'd love that. Oh, that'd be, woo! Imagine the big parties we'd all be having. That'd be one gone. Anyway, we'll just see what happens in the next few weeks, because now he's getting back to the discounting the electrical bill. So I'll keep you informed and up to date with that. That's what I'm getting for Australia. He's not hiding from his mistakes. He's one of these people that comes out and always admits he did the wrong thing, or that he's, he might have got something wrong. He's one of those people because he thinks that's how you suck up to the people. As we know, people have the power. So that's what I'm getting for elbow. Let's see where else we go. God, sorry guys. This time of year, everything just starts to pile up, doesn't it? I'll do another country today too, guys, so look out for that. I haven't forgotten, I'm still pulling my countries from the hat. I'm getting Trudeau, I'm getting Canada. Canada's hitting a milestone. Oh yeah, and Trudeau's always very proud of his milestones, isn't he? He's the strangest character, isn't he, over there? Hang on. Or Turdo, as we call him. Let's see what we get. Oh, God, they're showing me, like, Turdo trying to hatch a plan. He's got his fingers, and he's doing, like, these ones, you know, when someone's, like, really evil, like, and they're trying to, like, something out of a horror movie, and he's trying to hatch a plan. See, he's had to do a lot of backpedaling on the Emergencies Act. And we know nothing ever comes of it. They just get questioned, and then they talk their way out of it, and it's all like, oh no, people just perceived it the wrong way. It was never about that, and you know, we had to protect the people. You know how it goes, the same old nonsense. That's what I'm getting for Trudeau. He's hatching another plan of how he can come at this with a better approach. See, he's still trying to implement everything and bring out all his rollout. We know that he is, but he's got the smarts now. He knows he has to do it more discreetly. Hang on a minute. Because, like I said the other week, it becomes too hard, then people fight back. And then the spotlight gets put on him, and then he has to answer all these questions, and he doesn't want to have to do that. So now he has to kind of take that detour in his rollout, because he has to be more subtle. Let's see what else we get. Hang on. Yeah, it's saying that Trudeau's going to use his plan. He's going to use other methods. It's not just all going to be about the jab. We know he used that for a long time. And that was his tool for everything, coming at people to save lives, to protect their family. And now, well, you can't really use that anymore, can he? Because the CDC and Pfizer, they've all come out and said there's really no difference. You know, you can actually spread it even if you are jabbed, which we all know is true. So he can't keep using that. So he's going to have to look at other avenues to introduce. So he's in a bit of a dilemma at the moment. He is. Because he doesn't want to keep waking people up. He wants this to, like, be done in the background. We know that. That's how they do everything. But I do feel like they're showing me Turdo hiding behind a tree, like looking out to where the people are. Oh, sorry, guys. You people over there in Canada and all these places surrounding, you're exhausted from this, man. And he's peering out from behind this tree like this, and he's looking, and he's trying to get ideas. So he's spying, as we know, on the people, and he's working out like what works and what he can give them and what he can hit them with and how hard he can go. So he's doing all his observation of how he can implement his world plan of domination. No, how he can implement his plan moving forward. To keep it all very low key. He can't be as abrupt. He knows he can't be as abrupt as he was with the Ottawa event. So he's got to look at other avenues of doing this. And you know what he might also do? He might get other people to do his dirty work for him. We know he's always calls his shots and he loves doing that, but I feel like he's going to now delegate this down the line. So he's going to get other people to do it so he doesn't look like he's the bad person. He is the bad person. So he's going to get other people to do it. So it's like, well, I'm not doing it. These teams of, you know, whoever they might be involved with, or the people to do with renewables, or whether it's to do with the hospitals or whatever it's to do with. No, they're the ones that are implementing these things now. I'm just, you know, I'm just the sounding board that gives the go ahead. Like, he's going to make himself look like he's partially detached, even though he's the one pulling all the puppet strings, like we know. He's going to delegate. So these things are going to come from all your local government leaders or whoever runs those industries. He's getting smarter now. He knows how to do it, so he takes the spotlight off himself. Because it's been on him for like 3 years and we're all sick of seeing him anyway, so maybe that'd be a good thing. So that's what he's doing. He's delegating it out further. So he hasn't got that total control, even though he thinks he has. He's trying to shine a light on other people, not just himself. Because he's so bloody selfish, isn't he? He doesn't want to look like the bad guy. Oh my God. Too late. All right, let's see where else we go today. Oh, yeah. Guides are just saying there's so much hidden with this reset. It's incredible. It really is. They're saying we don't even have any idea. We don't even have a third of the information. I keep getting that. There must be so much more. They're showing me a carpet now. We talk about the reset rollout carpets, different colours, different visuals on them. And this one's actually got swirling like circles, like swirled circles, like almost like whirlpools, but they're sort of coiled circles. And this is a lot about the wind energy, turbines, things like this. There's going to be a lot of focus on these kind of things as well. So there's even a carpet for that. They might even have some other new things coming out around this wind energy, wind tunnels. It's not just about the turbine. Is that what they call those big ones they put in the ground? The wind turbines or whatever they are. These might be like wind tunnels, or they're going to try these new methods of creating energy flow. I'm getting that. There's something about really utilizing the wind. I don't know. They come up with these crazy ideas, don't they? Oh my gosh. So I am getting this tunnel, the wind rollout carpet. Hang on. They might have big plans for some of these things. It's so bizarre. Let me see what else there is. Oh, they're showing me the wheat carpet with the wheat on it. They're showing me the wheat heads, like the wheat. This would obviously be around food, grain, farming. These are huge agendas. They're huge, and we don't even know half of what's coming down the track, guys, but they have big plans. But see, it's all well and good on paper. We've got to always remember that, on paper. So I am seeing the carpet with the wheat on it. They might have a plan for this sort of thing. I would say it is that moving into more of the vegan style of farming. I would say that's probably what that agenda would be about. It's so weird what they're doing, isn't it? I know you guys must think the same thing sometimes. Sometimes I think, where the hell's all this going? What is going on here? Why are they resetting every single aspect of our lives? Like, who told them to do that? None of us did. It's so weird. It's nothing wrong with the status quo, is there? So I don't get this. But I am getting these visuals of these different carpets. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. There really is. Let me see if there's anything else to close today. Oh, this is for you guys out there. We're capturing government's attention again. I know that I always say we're mavericks and we fly off the radar and we're useless to government and all this kind of stuff, which is very true, has been true for a while. But now they're curious about us, and it's almost like they're learning from us about how to stop more people waking up. So maybe that's what they're focusing on at the moment, but this is about us. They're actually curious about us and why we didn't fall for it, and why we haven't followed down that road, and why we can see through things. See, they're curious because that that can help them with further rollouts and the things that they're doing. If they look at us and learn from it and go, oh, that's why they didn't fall for it, let's do that. Like, what industries do we work in? Like, what experiences might we have been through? I feel like they're doing a little bit of a survey on us, the people who, you know, type in things about the reset and finding out about the truths, and you know, they're wondering what we're searching up and what we're looking for and why we're looking for those things. So I do feel like, oh, it's sounding like we're under a bit of investigation, I think, by government now. And it's not bad, like we're not in trouble or anything like that. They're trying to figure out why we don't comply, basically, which we don't. Because they really thought people would just fall for all this and it would just be easy peasy, done and dusted deal by now. They didn't expect people to fight back, people to stand up, people to ignore government, and people to just move away from it. So I am getting at the moment that they're trying to figure us out, and they're doing their little bit of private eye investigation work on the Braveheart biker rebels. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's see if there's anything else today. Oh, they're giving me that George Michael song, Freedom. Freedom. And that's what the guides are kind of saying, is that it's all about freedom. At the end of the day, we want our freedom. And that's really not hard for the government to work that out, is that we want our freedom. We don't want to be controlled. We don't want to be in a system. We don't want to be credit scored. Basically, it won't take them long to do their private eye investigation work and realise that we want our freedom. And that's the song I'm going to leave you with today, George Michael's Freedom. He's such a cool dude. I love George Michael. All right, I'm going to say goodbye and hit the like buttons. Please comment down below. I'll try and get on and do a country today. I'll have to do it with my dog eyes. Sorry about that. We know they're so disruptive. And I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.